What's going on, YouTube? It's time for me to do the ultimate roguelike tier list, and I know everyone's dying to know my opinions on things just in general, so I mean it's time to just give you my opinion on these games. And we have a lot, so we're just gonna get started. We're gonna start with the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. This counts as all the other expansions too, by the way. This is S plus. This has been my life for the past 10 years. I just go and play a couple runs. Just if I just need to play something and not think, I mean, it's pretty much the perfect synergy of, like, different weapons, like, different floors, different bosses. You know the gist of that game. I don't need to talk about it. It's perfect. Next, we have Cyclo Chambers. A lot of people probably haven't heard of this one. This is a Brotato clone. It's going in A because it's incredibly cheap, and for some reason the aesthetic really makes me like it a lot. I don't even know why. Something about the simplicity of it in the game like Brotato, it makes me love it. Wait, we have two games right here that I don't even know what they're roguelikes. This is Darkest Dungeon 1. I mean, it's an A because I like the game. Is it actually a roguelike? We're not going to talk about it that much because I don't think it is. Same with Don't Starve Together, how this ended up right here. I mean, it's going in B because I don't really think that's a roguelike at all. Because that's just a survival game. So we're going to put that in B. Not roguelike. We're going to add a new tier, not roguelike. Here, we're going to put these down here. Next is Hades, S plus. Do I need to talk about Hades that much? No. I mean, you got the story, you got the boons. Almost said boobs. That was a close one. Boons. That was not funny. I'm sorry. That, it's just Hades. I'm not gonna talk about Hades that much. It's freaking Hades. Go type in Hades on YouTube and you can see like 1,000 essays on it, like Dark Souls. We got Loop Hero. We got Loop Hero and S. I have a low attention span, so just watching my guy walking in circles in auto battle, it really just hits this weird dopamine spot in my brain where me see a number go up, me like, and then I like to just put the tiles down. It's great. Go play Loop Hero if you haven't played it. Next, we are going to have, I'm going to say it's a roguelike. We're putting muck in A. Like, if you haven't mucked around, I would go muck around. It's free. The, game is hilarious. Just thinking about it, I don't know. It's actually hilarious. It's like a survival thing. Not a roguelike. I changed my mind. Next is Revita, S. I actually just recently started playing this one a lot. What helped me is switching from actually controller to mouse and keyboard with this game. For some reason, it helped a lot. The setting of this thing, a little pixelated roguelike. I don't know. It's a lot of fun. 2.0, like, it's just coming out or came out. I don't remember because I've been playing on the beta branch, but try out Revita. Risk of Rain 2, a classic. Certified classic here already, basically. It's not that old, but I don't even think I need to talk about Risk of Rain 2 that much, to be honest. See, Pet's not a roguelike. I don't know how, when I was putting stuff on here, it ended up here, but I mean, I love Super Pets. Let's at least put it at the top of not a roguelike. We love to see it. We love Super Pets here. Backpack Hero. We're putting this one as an A above Cyclo. I mean, something in my brain gets a little bored sometimes when I play it. That's why it's an A. I know a lot of people probably love Backpack Hero. I do love the whole like inventory management system and like some of the things in it, but I don't know, just missing a little thing for me. Little Noah is also an A, actually the top of A. Little Noah Scion of Paradise is a very, not that popular game, but it's really fun because you kind of get your own little like creature pet things, and you can like stack synergies with them with different elements like ice, fire, wind. It's a little anime roguelike, little fun time. Dead Cells. I mean, S. I don't know. SS plus. I don't know. It's like the perfect platforming roguelike, so maybe we should put it in S. That's such a basic opinion, but I think we're gonna do it. I don't really have to talk about this game that much either. I mean, just the flow of the game gets me going. You know, like I usually play it not on Steam and other platforms, but I mean, it's great. Crypt of the Necrodancer is an S, actually, the top of S. For some reason, like when I played this game a lot in like 2017, I like could not stop playing this thing. I think like the great music combined with like the rhythm-based gameplay and roguelikeness really gave it to me. It was pretty much the first like rhythm roguelike I've played, and I don't know. I think it was amazing. Halls of Torment. It's like hard to judge games like this for what it is, because I think this is my favorite Vampire Survivor like clone. So I'm gonna put it in S. Like I think it's just that good. Just with the setting, you know, Diablo like setting, it's great. Inscryption. We talking about the mod for it, but kind of not. Not a roguelike, we're skipping it. Wonder Dungeon 2, S. Actually, we'll put it in A, just because it's pretty clunky. If you haven't heard of Wonder Dungeon 2, I would check it out. I mean, it's fantastic. It's like a little like dungeon crawler here. You get you're captured by like evil slime snail guys, and you gotta fight your way out. It's pretty funny. Ravenswatch we're putting in B. Oh, I don't even know if I can even judge this yet. I'm sad. We're gonna put it in end of A because there's like no content for it, so I don't even know if I can judge it. Like how the game feels is awesome. All the different characters actually feel unique enough so you can actually get some content under there. But they're supposedly really soon putting the second world in, which will make the game like so much better, dude. Soulstone Survivors, my second favorite Vampire Survivors clone, going in A, just because like the actually like nice graphics with like the different, there's a lot of different characters and stuff in here. This probably has the most content out of any Vampire Survivor clone if you want to play something like that. It's great. 20 Minutes Till Dawn, end of A, behind Soulstone. This game is really good for like 5 hours, and then it started falling off for me. I don't really know why. Like, it looks so cool. I don't know what happened there. Legend of Keepers is in our first B. So I think when I'm thinking about Legend of Keepers, like the original premise is really good. Like you're the baddies defending against, well, are you the baddies? You own like the dungeon, you own like your dungeon, but these people are trying to like steal from you. So you're like basically like the monsters, and you kind of like set up a hallway, and then the like heroes against you like go and walk down, and you kind of fight them. So it's kind of like an auto battler a little bit, but just felt a little shallow to me. I mean, I had fun playing all these, you know, but I think I'd go in B. Dracomaton, just for what the quality is, we're putting it in B, but it does not mean it's bad. Like, these people made this for like their college capstone class, and they're actually like have some kind of unique ideas with the weapon system in this, so check that out if you want for like $3. Moonlighter, end of A, carried by its shop system. The combat's just so here, but it's carried by its premise. You know, I feel like gaming wise, like if something has an incredible premise, you can get carried by that a little bit, you know. Oblivion Override, wow, A is stacking up like crazy, dude. But I don't care. It's hard to get an S, and I don't think I want to put this in S yet. It's because it's a little clanky so far, but Oblivion Override, another game with zero marketing, came out. I checked new releases on Steam. It says a new platforming roguelike came out. I checked the videos. It looks great. I bought it. I start playing it. I'm like, holy crap, why does this feel so good, dude? It's like almost like the best thing I've played since Revita, platform-wise. Holy crap. It's great because like the different areas are so different. Like, and like the bosses are actually pretty hard. So like if you want a game that's kind of difficult, check out Oblivion Override. Few Nights More. I'm putting this at the top of A, which This guy is a sleeper. So this is a game I have not seen a single human ever talk about. But basically, you have this outline of like your mansion, because you like vampires or whatever, and people are trying to come in and like slay you, and you set up traps, and then you have like fun little turn-based combat going. It's hard to explain. Just check it out. A few nights more. Not an ad, obviously. Dicey dungeons. We're gonna put. We're gonna put dicey dungeons at the end of A, because I think it's really good for short spurts, but I do get bored playing it. But I mean, I think it's original concept for sure. Crafty survivors, dude. We're gonna put this in the top of B, which is really sad because I actually really like this game, but I feel like the game kind of feels weird sometimes to me. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I think the problem is I really like some of the characters, like the starting guy, like throwing different ingredients and stuff. That's great, but I think some of the other characters kind of just feel weird to play. I don't know how else to explain it, so I'm putting that one in B. Plateup. I'm putting this in not a roguelike for now. I don't know what else to say about that. It's a roguelike, and like in the sense that it's different every time, but it's not really like what we're doing here. Madshot? Damn. I just started playing this game and I'm putting it in B, but that doesn't mean I don't like it, of course, because it's not in meh. The Lovecraftian themes are really cool. The guns feel good, but there isn't enough variety maybe. But I haven't beaten the whole game. I've only beaten the first couple of bosses, which I feel like is pretty like deep in there. Deep in there, that's what she said. Sorry. But yeah, it's good. I need to play more. I think another game that the premise is carrying it, Monster Train, definitely just going in the middle of A here. This is like another classic roguelike deck builder. This is really the second one I've actually ever really played, I feel like, back in like 2018 after Slay the Spire. This is like one of the really ones that took off that genre, I feel like. And you know, everyone's probably heard of this game. You know, you got your 3 lanes, you got your, what is this league? You got your, you know how it works. Rogue Legacy 2 is an A as well. I mean, they really improved. I didn't include the first one, just I thought I'd include this. They really improved on that formula. Okay, I'm sounding too cookie cutter. Formula? Who the hell am I? They improved from the first game. It's hilarious. You know, the setting in the beginning is still hilarious when you pick your hero. If they're called hero character, I mean, I don't know. I just like the setting. Vampire Hunters is a B for now at the end, the worst B. This is a first person vampire survivor like game that recently came out. And for some reason, I think like the balancing and like how the guns feel is not the best here. I don't know. I need to play more. I mean, I like it that it's challenging, but some of the stuff with reload just kind of feels awkward to me. Scarlet Tower is going the second best at B. I think it's a good Survivor clone. I mean, it's definitely up there. I mean, I wouldn't play Survivor clone if I didn't like it. So, but it's not as good as like Cyclo Chambers in my opinion. So we're putting it in B. We're putting Neoverse in meh. My first meh. This is another deck builder game, but I don't think it worked for me. Like, you have stuff like an overload mechanic in here and different things with the cards, but I just don't think the game looked good or felt good to play. I don't know what else to say. Into the Breach is A, is middle of A for me. I think it could be higher. I know this is going to be higher for a lot of people, but I'm ass at strategy games like this, but I actually still liked it a lot. But I'm too dumb. We're putting Tales and Tactics at the end of A. I've played a bunch of runs of this. This came out literally like 5 days ago from this video, but this is like a teamfight tactics roguelike. I actually think the synergies are really cool, and it's different because you're fighting left to right. Wait, what's the video? Left. I have to go with my right to my left to right. We're getting off topic, but I think it's good. If you want to, like, it's $13-14 if you want an auto battle or roguelike. There's also a game called The Last Flame coming out as well. But yeah, I have a couple videos of that on my channel too, to not to promote myself during my own video, but it's pretty fun. Devil's Dive. We're putting this right here in B. This is like downwell, but a little more intricate. You basically just go down and you can like stomp on enemies or you can shoot them. And I think the boss fights are also pretty fun, pretty challenging. I think it's a good little game for $4. Check it out. Okay, next thing I have, I'm really rambling now. Just because this is a long video. But we have Arboria, our next May. This was touted as like a little bit of soulsy, like dungeon crawling roguelike, as you're like this like troll dude with getting upgrades. But honestly, I thought the combat felt awful. Not awful. Weird. The combat felt weird, and it was okay in the beginning, but I don't think anything I really like obtained in the game like made me feel more powerful or different. I don't know what else to say. A little clunky for me, Arboria. I wanted to like you. Spiritfall, we're putting you in A. Honestly, this feels like most like Smash Bros to me in any roguelike. You have like up Bs, down Bs, you have side airs, you have like a neutral air and a down air as well, and you can like launch enemies. And this has a bunch of updates. This one has had a great development cycle. We love to see it. Check out Spiritfall if you want like a little Smash Bros platforming roguelike thing. Pretty fun. Going under here is at the top of B, behind Madshot. I think that it's really interesting concept here, like with the combat and going under, because the combat's really all about picking up your surroundings weapon-wise. So that's fun. And like, you know, stick it to the man, you know, the kind of setting is funny, but I don't like picking up stuff that much. To be honest, and this damn hair, but I don't like picking up stuff that much. That's all I have to say. Trinity Fusion, we're putting in A. This is a game that's like Spiritfall, but it's more Souls-likey. So this is a more Souls-like-ish platformer. A lot of fun. Sorry, this is a trash photo, but you know what, we're putting Moonlighter down more. But anyway, this is a trash photo, but this is a little more, this is different. This is less about combos and more about like slow gameplay, but this is extremely underrated. If you want like a good hard roguelike platformer that a little bit of Souls-like elements, check out Trinity Fusion. Nigate Tale, I mean, I'm putting you at the end of B just because the premise is good and it's like Hades. It's like an anime Hades, but the game has a bunch of bugs for me and it's incredibly clunky. But they do have one thing going, that another company just took up the development of this and they're going to actually release a bunch of new updates, which could be cool. But yeah, I had some hours of fun with Nigate Tale. I mean, there's like different mechanics. Like you have something that are like boons from Hades, but like not. So if you want something like that, it's kind of interesting. Luck to be a landlord's in A. I mean, again, back to the loop hero. Actually, we're putting this up more. Actually, back with loop, like the same thing with loop here with my attention span. If you just want to click a button and then just freaking watch stuff to go, like gambling, Luck to be a landlord's incredible, dude. Into the Pit B. This is an FPS roguelike. You like go into arenas and fight, but I think they should make the weapons more interesting. I haven't beaten the whole game, so I don't know. But that's all I have to say about that. Berserk mode is in the middle of a B. This is another first-person roguelike. This one's kind of interesting because once you get enough, you kind of transform into like a different kind of beast and you start going ham. But this one's like a kind of lower quality, but it kind of like lives up to its lower quality expectation, like how it's pixelated. I don't know if that made any sense, but if you can get this one for cheap, it's pretty fun. Now, Dig. Okay, I need to put a period after I talk. Pretty fun. Period. Anyway, Dig, Deep in Galaxies, and A. This one is very interesting. It's hard to explain. You're kind of going on a ship to different kind of places. You're kind of you're fighting things while digging through the earth as well. Just look it up. I don't know how to talk about this one, but it's interesting. That's for sure. Photography Simulator, we're putting in B. This is like if Loop Hero was a deck builder. I don't know what else to say about it. It's kind of like Ring of Pain, which I haven't played, but I heard people say it's like that. You kind of got cards that go around in a circle, and you kind of got things going, and you kind of like gotta get lucky, like what card lands where. Honestly, it's kind of like luck to be a landlord deck builder. Ziggurat 2, we're putting up here in A. This is like what I wanted Into the Pit to be. Ziggurat 2, to be honest. Like, number 1, you can shoot wands. I don't know, I just did this like I'm holding a wand. Number 1, you can shoot wands. Number 2, the enemies are much better than Into the Pit. Number 3, like, I think that the graphic style is awesome. And I love FPS games. So, Ziggurat 2, way to go. Ember Knights, we're putting at the top of A. The setting, story, how the weapons feel, how the game progresses, I don't know. It all feels great to me. I like how there's no BS, like you just get right into it when you start the game. It's very nice. Like there's this, you can just feel how a character feels like when you're moving around. Like that's why Hades and Isaac are so good and Dead Cells, and I think the Ember Knights definitely has some of that. It's almost an S for me. Astral Ascent, we're also putting an A, just for the the combination of spells and how the game works and how you're jumping into Astral Ascent like really stands out for me. Like that's the main part. So if you want to see a great spell slinging platforming roguelike, check out Astral Ascent. Neon Echo we're putting in May because it was good and then the developers all got fired and the company sucks. So it really sucks that not a lot of content. I don't know if we'll get any more because it was kind of promising, but it's in May. An anime platformer. Noobs Want to Live is in B here. This is a Vampire Survivors clone that I wanted to like, which is okay, but it's weird. It's like a Paper Mario Vampire Survivors like, so it's in B just for that. But the how the upgrade system works in this game is very odd. You know what? I'm sounding like I hate it. You're right. I'm putting it in the top of A. It's very odd. The upgrade system. It's not like the normal Survivor-like clones. Crab Champions we're putting in A just because, like, I love jumping around as a crab. People need to make more joke games because it's great. What a game, dude. This is basically Risk of Rain 2 with crabs. That's all I have to say about that. Flamekeeper. Did I have fun? I just don't think there's anything in this game that's appealing to me. I think that the combat's a little too easy, and this getting the flame for the middle thing is not as fun as I think it should be. That's all I have to say about the Flamekeeper. Not a lot to say about it, to be honest. Goner is in the top of B. This is a cool little... Speaking of... It's like blob. You're like a blob, and you kind of fight other blobs. I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know how to talk about it. It's a great platformer, though. I love the sound. Number 1, I got the soundtrack for free, and I like blast the Goner soundtrack on my Steam Deck now with playing other games. It's incredible. It's incredible. Like the sound. So the music is really carrying it right here, almost to A for me. All right, Impaler is another B game. Just because there's not a lot. Do I want to put a B? No, let's put this in A because I'm going to put Dimensional Slaughter here. But Impaler is a like very, very $4 or $5 cheap arena-like roguelike game where you kind of just go around and shoot enemies. Not a lot to say about that, but the gunplay feels good. So yeah. And Dimensional Slaughter is trying to be like sort of like Ultra Kill roguelike. I think it's definitely worth checking out. The game's color palette can get a little weird, and like how your gun's reacting to stuff can get a little weird, so it's not an A, but it's definitely worth checking out if you like FPS roguelikes, period. Super Psycho Baseball, it's in B. Above Nigate Tail and Fghatan and Vampire Survivors and Legend of Keepers and Into the Pit. This is a hilarious game. You're basically just clicking and hitting a baseball over and over and over again. It gets old, so it's not going to go above B, but I think the concept's great. People need to make more $3-4 games like Super Psycho Baseball. Force Reboot is an A. This is a $2.99 FPS roguelike game all about speed. and how fast you can get through the level. And it's like a pixel FPS game, but not pixel. It's like pixel art, but not like a Minecraft blocky type. It's more like more blurry. I don't know. But it feels great. So if the game feels great FPS wise, who cares what it looks like? If it feels great, it's great. And just on this topic, we're putting Post Void up here. Post Void's also a game about speed. If you don't kill stuff fast enough, you just die. So you're always on your toes. Like, Post Void is not a game that I'm gonna play unless I feel like getting my heart rate up. But Post Void is one of the most unique, cheap games I've ever played. Rotato, another S+ baby. Rotato is right. Sometimes you just need something in your life that's good. And if your life's not going great, you know you have Rotato. That's kind of what the S+ is, you know? If your life's not going great and you need something, you got your games like Isaac, Hades, Dead Cells, Rotato. They're there. And while we're on that topic, we're putting Dead Link in S+. This might be a super surprise, but this is my favorite first-person roguelike game ever, probably. Like, I've played RoboQuest and other ones, but something about Dead Link with the setting of the cyberpunk and how the, like, mechanics work. Like, with the movement of teleporting around, grappling around. Different bosses. Like, I just got in 1.0, because I played a lot in early access. Like, there's, like, the different level. Every single level has different enemies that feel so different from each other. Just, it's everything, you know? Like, it really, like, promotes being aggressive, which I like the most, because, you know, some games you want to be a little passive, but I don't like those as much as that. Dead Link is incredible. Next we have Cult of the Lamb. Is this a roguelike? Sure, we'll put it. I just love Cult of the Lamb so much. Just everything about the game is just up my alley, so we're putting an S. Like, I love that you can spend a lot of time on the combat, and you can spend just as much time with your freaking cult, and then you can go back and you just spend more time with your cult, and then back to fighting. Plus, all the weapons are actually very fun to use, and I think all the enemies are great. The sound design is perfect. Like, the art style's very unique. I don't know, it's perfect. Rogue Genesia we're putting in the end of S as well. No, we're putting it at the top of A. We can't put two clones here. Yes, we are. It's my tier list. We're putting it here. This is my second favorite Survivor-like clone, not counting Rotato. That being said, we're putting Vampire Survivors at the top of S, not to S+. So we're putting these three Survivor clones in S. Maybe that's what I just feel like I'm liking a lot recently, but I don't know. Rogue Genesia is great. It's like a more like you're a knight instead of a vampire, but I mean, not a vampire. You're a knight instead of a vampire hunter. You know what? Never mind. Now I'm getting annoyed because I'm about to put yet another zombie survivor up here. Yet another zombie survivor is another survivor-like game that's more like, but it's just so unique feeling. Like, this came out like 3 weeks ago, a month ago, but there's something about getting another person added to your team and fighting around you. They really did a good job with how the enemies feel, how the guns feel, how the synergies feel. Yet another zombie survivor is incredible. So if you want a nice game that's really easy, you should try that out. Rogue Invader is in B, but this is a 1-bit game, they call it. Was it 8-bit or 1-bit? Anyway, extremely unique. It's like a 1-bit game where you kind of just are going side scrolling. I don't really know how to explain this game, to be honest. Just type in Rogue Invader. Shattered Heaven, an incredibly underrated game that no one's heard of. It's barely a roguelike, but it is because of it's like a roguelike. If Cult of the Lamb's a roguelike, this is a cool story with really unique deck builder mechanics here. I would check this out if you want a really unique deck builder game that has a great story. Slay the Spire is number 2. Okay, speaking of deck builders, I had to put a period. Slay the Spire is the second best game on my tier list. Something about this just clicked. I had never played a deck builder really game on the computer at all before the end of 2016, early 2017. And once this thing came out, maybe the end of 2017. Once this thing came out, dude, I lost my life to this, man. Like, I was so trash at it in the beginning, like, before I got my first win. And then after I got my first win, I got my second win, got my third win, the new character came out, got my first win, got my second win, got my third win, on Ascension 5, on Ascension 6, 10. You know what I'm trying to say. Holy crap, there's so much to do, so much to see, so much you want to be. I'm singing a theme song. No, I'm not. I'm singing the freaking Never Know If You Don't Go, Never Know. Hey, now you're a rock star. I'm singing that song. What's wrong with me? Anyway, S, right after Vampire Survivors, Void to Go. Void to Go, holy crap, dude. The most unique game on this list might be freaking Void to Go. They really made every single weapon feel different. You can shoot a skeleton who is playing the trumpet. You have a freaking like parrot flamingo dude as your sword. You got freaking, what do you got? You got skeleton bones shooting out. You know, you got everything you've ever wanted right here, dude. If you want a new game like right now that you maybe haven't played, Void to Go might be the game for you. It's really hard to explain what's going on here. Like, there's so much madness happening in this game at the same time, but it's not too much madness. It's like controlled madness. If you want some good controlled madness, go play Void to Go. Wizard of Legend we're putting at the end of A. I'm so like torn on this game every time I go and play it. Like, I've been playing this game since 2018, off and on just a little bit. So this game really tries to set itself apart with its combos. You really get these spells together that get some combos going, and then it's really fast-paced, top-down action. More fast-paced than like Ember Knights or Isaac. But some of the bosses just feel weird to me, and not as much content. A little more boring in between some floors sometimes, maybe, so it's an A, but it's fun. Another game is Wally and the Fantastic Predators, which we're putting at the top of A, actually. There's a lot of charm here from the developer, and a lot of funny kind of moments in this. And there's a lot of like interesting things here with the kind of enemies and the different floors. It's another top-down game, Isaac style, but it's more pixelated. You're this fox who goes around and he's shooting his thing, you know. I don't know. It's hard to explain how this game feels different unless you play it, like bombing the walls for chests, getting funny little weapons, fighting dragons that are on top of freaking spinning death blades. It's fun, dude. Enter the Gungeon is our last S. So if I wanted to do my S's here, I would do this, Hades, Enter the Gungeon, Rotato, Dead Cells, Deadlink if I wanted to do it perfectly. Enter the Gungeon was my second big roguelike in my life. After Binding of Isaac, I feel like the second one that really took my life over. So I just have a lot of memories in college of playing Enter the Gungeon. So that's up there, dude. If there's if anything else is a comfort game, it's all these right now. But Enter the Gungeon might be the third most comfort after Binding of Isaac and Slay the Spire. I mean, you gotta love it. Wild Frost is last, and I've been looking at this, and I really think that I'm gonna put Wild Frost in S. I think I'm gonna put it right here. Wild Frost, Wild Frost, Wild Frost. A game that's barely an S because of its difficulty, but the amount of goodness that comes from this game, this warms my heart. I don't really know why I'm saying it like this, but it's great, dude. Holy crap. The freaking, I can hear the like noise of like the cards. Like the sound is so good in this game, I can just hear the cards in my head. Difficulty is pretty high. I like hard games, so it's fine. I know some people don't like hard games, but the scaling is weird. But other than that, I mean, like, it's hard to complain a lot about Wild Frost, man. It's great. I think it might be too difficult for people, maybe including me, but it's fantastic. And there are more roguelikes I have played that should have been on here, and there's definitely games I probably miss, and I apologize. I put this together with games that I thought I could think of. I thought really hard. My little brain gave up. But this is my tier list for roguelikes right now that I've been playing, you know. I tried to get like a huge list. There's definitely a lot I missed. I saw another person's list. There was a lot of games that I haven't played. There are a bunch of games I have not played, and obviously I will only put games in here that I have played. I don't want like a tier list that has on the bottom like haven't played. And there's like 30 games. No, we made this ourselves. But thank you for watching this ultimate roguelike tier list. Roguelite. If you don't like me saying roguelike, roguelite. But yeah, like and subscribe. I post indie games and roguelikes like every day. And this has been Kanoa with another roguelike video. I've never said that before, but subscribe and bye.